Nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Better Engineering's second webinar. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Our webinar is called Quick Bites, Rapid Support, and it is about our remote technical support system. We're super excited to have everyone with us today. We're going to start with introductions. First up, we have Ryan Hitz. Ryan, would you mind introducing yourself?
Of course. My name is Ryan Hiss. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Better Engineering. And we're going to be talking about rapid support today. And just to let everybody know that this spans across all industries. It's industry agnostic. So it can be used in space, aerospace, food, pharma, beverage, automotive, you name it. So it is an industry agnostic tool that you can use.
Thank you for the introduction, Ryan. Up next, we have Jeremy Salkin. Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Jeremy. I'm the Director of Operations. I've been here for 10 years. I worked designing the machinery, and now I oversee the operational side of the business. And I'll be talking some today about the basics of this feature and some of the cybersecurity elements as well.
Thank you. And Hurley.
Good day, everyone. My name is Hurley Thomas. I work in the customer service department here at Better Engineering. Been here about 7 years now. I'm responsible usually for the intermediate and advanced troubleshooting support that we give our customers. I also coordinate our on-site service techs for installations and service trips. And I'll be talking about how I would be using RapidSupport to support our customers today.
Thank you so much. All right. We're going to jump right into this. We're going to start with what Rapid Support is. All right. Would you mind giving a quick introduction on what Rapid Support is, Jeremy?
Sure. So in a nutshell, this feature allows Better Engineering to be able to remotely link in from here to our client's machine. We have the ability to see and modify HMI and PLC programs to be able to better troubleshoot the machinery and do all sorts of great things for our clients, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Thank you. We do have a few questions to start off with what Rapid Support is. So can this be added to any of our systems, or is there a specific way that it needs to be added, or only to certain systems, Jeremy?
Sure, it can be retrofitted to existing machines in the field that have any of our PLC and HMI platforms, as well as being put on any new machines with those as well.
All right, thank you for that. There are cybersecurity concerns when it comes to technology being added to systems. Would you mind addressing those?
Sure. So with this system, we are able to link in and see the programs that obviously we've designed on our clients' machines. But we are not able to do this at any given time and with our own free will. Our client has to go and physically turn a switch on their machine that gives us the ability to go link into the system to do the troubleshooting and diagnostics that we need. So this is not our ability to link in at any time. This is our client being able to say, all right, we're giving you permission, giving us permission, and then facilitating our linking into the system. Once we're done with the troubleshooting or modifications that the client was hoping to get done, they would simply shut the switch back off and we would no longer have access to the system.
Nice. So do you guys use a trusted system, or is it off-the-shelf type thing? Would you mind delving into that?
Yeah, great question. So the device that allows us to do this is a trusted off-the-shelf device. This is not something of our own design or some, off-brand nobody's ever heard of. This is a very trusted device that's designed specifically to do this task.
And if customers happen to have questions, especially as cybersecurity teams, about how this can actually fit into their current processes, would you be able to speak to them or have someone from the team speak to them?
Absolutely. Yeah, if any of our clients have someone at their facility that they would like to get more educated on this, we'd be happy to have somebody from our team speak with them, show them exactly how the system works, even do a demo for them if they'd like to get comfortable with the system.
Thank you.
Sure.
Brian, Would you mind going into the sales aspect of this?
Yeah, of course. So I think in order to do that, we have to give some background. Traditionally, we would actually send out laptops to customers that were experiencing issues. And then we would remote in and remotely diagnose what the issue was. And of course, we're limited by the number of laptops that we have that we can send out. That typically also requires a really expensive license that we would have to purchase or the customer would have to purchase. You would typically run into connectivity issues at the customer's facility. They might not have great Wi-Fi, and that would prohibit us from going in and seeing what's wrong. But now with rapid support, we can immediately diagnose the issue. We can immediately tap into their system and understand exactly what's going on and remotely diagnose whatever issues that they're having. So instead of having to wait hours or days for us to get in, typically days because we'd have to send out a laptop, we could do this within 15 minutes. So the ROI, it's really, really quickly to recoup because the price of rapid support is actually, it's very inexpensive. So, and then on top of that, not everybody's technicians are qualified to go into a control panel. Just due to the safety concerns. So this will actually prevent somebody from having to go in and open the control panel. We can tap into their system without having to do that. So I think that's actually very beneficial. We also have rev control of everybody's programming, and we can go in to see if somebody mistakenly altered the program. And what we could do is we can remote in and change that program overnight while people are at home. So when they come back in, the system is ready to go the next day. And then finally, we can do this absolutely immediately. So there'll be no downtime on the customer side. So there's quite a few things and benefits that come from a rapid support.
Agreed. There's also the lifespan of the machine as well when it comes to using rapid support. Would you mind speaking to how this increases the lifespan of the machines?
Yeah, because we can get in there immediately and diagnose what the issue is, it will prolong the lifetime of that machine. Because a lot of these things, they can linger for many, weeks, months, years, and consequently, it could limit the lifetime of that system. But our ability to get in and look at it immediately will help us jump on and correct whatever issues need to be corrected immediately.
Good. So this seems like it has a lot of wonderful features, with the main ones being immediate service, so support today and not tomorrow, as well as like a great return on interest. Hurley, would you mind speaking to the customer service side of this? How does rapid support work when people call in, and what is the difference when using it without having rapid support?
Okay. Yeah. So first, I'll talk about how I would troubleshoot a customer without rapid support. It requires me to first have an issue with the customer. I'll give you a good example. I had a customer who had a wash tank that would overheat constantly. So I have to then work with the customer and see exactly if the heating elements are engaged when they should not be engaged. If the temperature is set too high, it's a lot of back and forth. Sometimes customers that I'm speaking to is not the operator, so there can be a lot of telephone where I tell one person something, that person tells another person something, and then they have to go and give that information back to me. This just makes it a very, very lengthy process to troubleshoot. With rapid support, that customer could then flip a switch inside of their control box, give us access to the PLC logic. I could then look real time as the customer is operating the machine, see what processes are running, if a wash or a rinse pump is running, if their heater is running, what temperature that heater is running, and when it is faulting out. This allows me to then identify inputs and outputs that should and should not be on, and narrow down the scope of the issue to try to pinpoint exactly what it is, whether it's hardware, software, operator issue. That means that I can, as Ryan said, I can do this in minutes versus hours or days with a customer. This also allows us to then, if a customer needs a replacement part, to get that part out to them in a timely manner. It allows us to also be able to tell the customer if it's a issue with how they're operating the machine or a process issue, what they're doing and how they can mitigate this from happening. And if it is an intermittent issue that is happening infrequently, we can actually remote into the machine as the customer is operating, and then take a broad snapshot over minutes and hours and see exactly when that issue is happening and what are the processes that are occurring before that to see if there's something internally in the program that is causing that issue, or if it's, as I said, a operator process issue. Um, Also, when it comes to rapid support, uh, time zones then become very irrelevant. We have customers that are in the West Coast. We have customers that are international. That is very, very difficult for us to line up a good time to work with that customer in real time. That customer could then just turn on the rapid support system. And then when we come in the morning, myself or one of our engineers could remote in, diagnose the issue, have them up and running before they even come in for the next shift.
Nice. So what are some things that you can see in the system, and what are things you can't see? And do you have examples for us?
Yeah, so I can see any input that is going to the PLC. I can see any output that the PLC is sending out. With input and output is basically just voltage. For example, a water level sensor has a normally open or normally closed contact depending on how it operates. A low water fault is, for safety reasons, a normally open contact. So if that component ever fails, it loses voltage and it will give an alarm that the customer has low water. If the customer is receiving voltage, but they're getting a low water alarm, that could tell me that there's an issue with the programming where the program is incorrectly labeling this a low water fault. Uh, on the other hand, if I see they don't have voltage to that component and they're getting a fault, then that's more than likely indication of a faulty level sensor. And I can just identify that that part needs to be replaced by the customer without them having to get an electrician or someone with a multimeter to go through the unit and check voltage to make sure something is getting voltage and not getting voltage.
Can you still see, or can customers still use the machine while we are working in it?
Yes, most standard PLCs have a remote and a run and a program function. By design, we leave our machines in the remote mode, which means the operator can run the machine as well as us do programming on the machine. We can actuate, energize and de-energize inputs and outputs so the customer can see us checking faults in real time as well.
Interesting. Do you have anything else that you want to share about rapid support or things that customers should know?
As Ryan said, this is a very, very good return on investment customer wise. We have customers that are located all over the world. One example that I'd like to share is we have a customer who is in Australia who had an issue with a component failing on their unit. We had to send them out a laptop because we tried to do just regular over the phone and via email troubleshooting steps with the customer, and we could not resolve their issue. So I sent a laptop out via UPS Worldwide. Took 4 days to get to the customer. Customer finally got the laptop hooked up. Our controls engineer had them resolved in 15 minutes. So that customer was down for about 5 days for an issue that if they had rapid support, could have had them up and running in that amount of time, 15 minutes. So any customer who has a machine is down, their process is down. They probably have unsatisfied customers. And working with rapid support, being able to remote in, also takes away the time that they lose with us trying to work with their technician who may not know exactly how the PLC structure and the logic structure of our units operate.
Okay. Jeremy, do you have anything that you want to add about rapid support?
I think we've covered it. I'm really excited about this option, and I think it really is just going to make a huge difference for clients that select this option or anyone that wants to retrofit this onto their machine.
You, Ryan, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'd love to stress that it's really, really easy to use. And I think that that's going to help customers actually use this functionality because I mentioned this before that issues can often linger for weeks, days, sometimes even years. And because it's so easy to use, it will allow us to very quickly tap in to diagnose what those issues are and fix them really quickly. And it will ultimately prolong the lifetime of that system. So ease of use for me, I think that's a really important point to stress.
Fully agree, for sure. Well, we would like to thank all of our customers for joining us today. I want to thank the speakers as well for imparting this knowledge on us. I think RapidSupport is an absolutely great system. There's a lot of benefits. We do have more information about RapidSupport on our website, as well as a blog that will accompany it. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.